Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday mail call video. This week's mail call came from Nancy. Nancy sent me something a few months back, and I don't want to say she triggered me, but she did get me on a rant about Kingdom Currency and stuff like that. But anyway, she sent me a letter, and it's a little longer. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you guys. I read the whole thing, obviously, but she said I'm the one you did about Kingdom Currency and Blue Ridge. I was so glad you steered me in the right direction. And how she then went about sorting all the stuff that she saved from them and put them in binders. I want to stop right there and say, collect what you want. And I stress the word collect. If you want to strap search and strap hunt and look for fancy serial numbers and look for, different finds, just going through the notes in and of themselves is a great mind exercise. The fact that I stare at 1,000 notes each week trying to read all the different serial numbers and trying to figure out what order things are supposed to be, it's a great mind exercise. And I can't tell you how excited I get when I find paired notes. You can easily become fascinated with different things. Now, I draw the line when it comes to trying to claim value. I would be insane to tell you that I don't like trinaries. I would be insane to tell you that I don't like quads. I do. But I would never pay anything over face value for trinaries and quads. So if you like to collect trinaries and quads, so do I. I understand that. I get it. But understand you're doing it because it's fun, not because there's any value. There's nothing wrong with having fun with your hobby. So I want to stress that. Okay. Let's see. So she put them in binders and stuff, and that's fun. The way you can sort through them and update your collection, especially since it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you $1, which is what you're saving, and you can always turn around and spend it. She wrote out all the different notes that she has, and she sent me a copy of it over here. Let's see. She's got a couple questions. Let's see. I bought these two bills at a yard sale this summer, and let me show you the two bills that she's going to be talking about here. This is a $1. You can see 1999, and it features the Statue of Liberty front and center. And then there is this one here, which is also a 1999, and it features Lucille Ball. Take a look at the back. Some of you are probably scratching your head going, how does that work? And there's this one once again, Statue of Liberty, showing the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully take one of these out. I'm going to take out this one here, and we're going to figure out exactly what this is. Now, when you feel the note, this is the giveaway right here, because when you touch the part where there's ink, you can feel this ink raised up. This is smooth. And actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I don't want to bend it, but if you look right up here, you can see that's just a sticker attached to the note. These are novelty notes. You're going to find anything and everything on these notes. You'll find different celebrities, you'll find cars, you'll find different presidents. There are so many different things. Anything that you can print on a sticker, people will put on there. Now, this is a genuine $1 bill. It's a real note. But they are novelty notes. They don't have any additional value, so to speak. They are neat to put in collections, like if you have a collection of Statue of Liberties, little models and pictures and stuff. This would be a great addition there. If you're a huge fan of Lucille Ball, of course, yes, get that. These will sell for anywhere from, I've seen them as cheap as $6.99 up to $14.99 at novelty stores and souvenir shops. But as far as any additional value, no, because it's literally just a sticker on the note. Are they cool? Yeah, absolutely they're cool. Are they ever going to be worth $1 million? No, but they're still cool nonetheless. So that's the story behind these. Now, Nancy also had a couple other questions, and let's see if we can tackle them. Let's see, now I have a few questions. Have you ever mentioned what your birthday was? I'm always looking for my birthday note. Without saying what my birthday is, if you ever find notes from July of 1972, contact me and we'll see if you have my birthday. So I will give you that much of it. Let's see. did you get answers to the backplate number 295 that the coin dealer had? I talked about backplate 295 because I was looking for a specific note at a dealer, and the dealer was trying to force a 295 note on me. I've since found 295 notes in circulation, and yeah, I've talked about that. It was an engraving error on backplate 295 in the 1999 series, if I remember. And yeah, it is slightly bigger. And like I said, I found one in circulation. It is a real thing. Let's see. Should a person toss the tombstone notes? Tombstone notes in and of themselves aren't going to be worth anything. However, any individual person could find a reason why they liked a particular tombstone note. And it's kind of weird to think, okay, well, this note starts off with 1984 and ends in 2012, and that was when so-and-so was born and died. To think that they'd want to commemorate that is kind of, maybe, I don't know. That's just a whole dark thing. Do I think should a person toss them? You do what you want with them. I don't pull them. When I search notes, I don't pull them at all. So I don't even, it's not even a consideration for me. Are million notes just one number, then 7 zeros? Well, she gives a couple examples. She's got a number, it starts with 4, then a bunch of zeros, and then 2, 6. Here's 7, a bunch of zeros, 3, 9, 4, a bunch of zeros. Yes, a million note would simply be these zeros all trailing. Yes, that's what makes it cool. So your first example here, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 2, 6. That's just quads. You could easily see that if these were all zeros, how rare that would be, and how that could be worth a bunch of money. Next example, same way. This one here's a trinary. We know about trinaries. But this one here, 7, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Having 5 zeros at the end, those are a little tougher. Those are harder to get. If you have 7 zeros, that's definitely worth money. 6 zeros could be worth a little bit. 5 zeros, that's borderline. You're talking, maybe $5 or $10. But as for the rest of them, no, not at all. Fun to find, but no value. And then when you store bills that is both trinary and quads, which box do you add it to? Well, that's a legitimate question. And to that, I will add, she sent me a list of all her trinaries and a list of all her quads to see if there were any matches. Unfortunately, they aren't in order. I mean, there's a bunch, here's the zeros, here's some ones, and then 2s and 1s, and because they're not in order, and I keep mine in order, I went through this column, and based on how long it took me to get through this one column, it would take me 4 hours to go through all these, so I'm probably not going to go through those. But you've got 1, 2, 3 pages of trinaries and a page and a half of quads, which means quads are much harder to find. And that's true. You find about twice as many trinaries as you do quads. So if I have a quad that's a trinary, it goes in the quads because quads are more rare. Generally, when you're collecting stuff, when you're strap searching and putting stuff in order, you want to rank something by the rarest portion of the note. For instance, if you had a note that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, well, we all know that's a radar. Okay. I shouldn't use that one. If you had a note that was 1, 2, well, actually, what's the best way to put it? Let's do this. Let's go 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Some people would say that's a true binary. Some people would say that's a radar. Some people would say, oh, that's a super radar. Okay, well, yeah, it's all those things. But you want to call it by what the rarest portion is. So that particular one would be a true binary super radar. You start with the rarest thing, and oh yeah, and by the way, it's also 6 in a row. Never did I say it was 6 in a row and all that, because nobody cares that it's 6 in a row at that point. They care about the other things that make it special. So quads versus trinaries. Quads are much more special than trinaries. Neither one are worth anything, but as far as which way I put them, I put quads in. If it's a trinary that has quads, it goes under quads. And the other thing that she sent me, a gift for me, she said, is this note here. And let me just take it out of here. It's circulated, and I don't care. Check out the serial number, 959999339. They only print serial numbers up to 9600000. So for this one to be 95999, this is a 3-digit high number. That would be the best way to put it. Basically, subtract this from 96 million, and you're going to get 661. So if this was a low number, it would be the equivalent of all zeros and then 661. If you found all zeros 661, you'd be ecstatic, because that would be a low number worth 10, 15, 20 bucks. This is just the opposite. This is a high number, and it's 600 away from the highest number you can possibly get. So I'm pretty sure this will become the highest numbered note that I have. So Nancy, thank you so much for this. This is definitely going to go into a sleeve and in my keeper box. I appreciate that. And as far as your other notes, I'll get these back in the mail to you. When it comes to the trinaries and quads, I keep my trinaries in order numerically, and that way I can go through them very easy whenever I've got stuff like that. And when it comes to quads, I break them down. Let's see. The first thing I do is I sort my quads based on what number is quadded up. This one is 1s, this is 5s, this is 3s. So I will take all the ones that start with that have quad zeros. All of the quad zeros will go in one pile. Then I will take the quad zeros and start with the ones that have quad zeros as the leading number, the first 4 digits. And then whatever the last 4 digits, I put them in that order. Then, when there's a digit and quad zeros, I'll put them in order by the first digit, and then in order by the last ones, and so on down the line. So when I go through my box of quads, the first group is all zeros, and in order as their starting position goes across, then ones as their starting position goes across. It's a unique numbering system, I know, but it allows me to know that when I've got a quad 6 as a find, I can find it immediately in my box going that way. So yeah, it's kind of important. Don't just put your trinaries away. Put them in order. That way you'll know. You could have duplicates and not even know it because you don't have them in order. So yeah, maybe you'll surprise yourself when you actually put them in order like that. All right, that's what I've got for you guys this week. Nancy, thank you for sending me all the stuff. I will get the stickered notes back to you. And yes, thank you for sending the shipping costs so I can get those back. I appreciate that. If you have anything for Monday Mail Call, send it to Stu Pluback Currency, P.O. Box 171, Russell, Illinois 60075. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.